My name is Chantelle, and I am a career coach, a speaker, and a trainer. More than anything, though, I like to think of myself as a banyan tree. Did you know that the banyan tree actually drops roots from its branches in order to anchor itself more firmly? Now, I became a permanent nomad about 2 years ago, and I travel permanently throughout southern Africa. So I too am able to drop roots from wherever I branch out to. Now, you're probably wondering why I mention this. I mention this because it's a critical part of my identity, and identity forms the baseline for all of my coaching and speaking engagements. You see, identity, knowing who you are, is a precursor for living a life of purpose, for achieving fulfillment in your life. Yet the research tells us that up to 80% of people are actively disengaged and deeply unfulfilled. It's my mission to change that. And so I created a framework for living a life of purpose. It's called I Am, and it stands for Inspiration, Activation, and Mastery. Now, inspiration is based on the first level of creation, which is thought. But I find thought can be largely unreliable at times. We need to move into inspiration. So before navigating a change initiative, we need to find out what inspires you, because inspiration has the power to change mindsets. Activation is based on the second level of creation, which is speech. So ultimately, it's about speaking your vision, but again, it goes so much deeper than that. As you speak your vision, you start coming up with new ideas, you start mapping your journey, you start understanding where you're going and what excites you. And so activation encompasses all of this. And mastery is based on the third level of creation, which is action. Now, I think for most of us, talking and visioning comes fairly easily, but it's the action that causes us to go, whoa, it gets scary sometimes. So mastery is quite simply mastering that daily action that needs to be done to get us where we're going, to ultimate fulfillment. And so you can see I Am is a journey to a life of purpose and to bring you to fulfillment, but it is steeped in understanding who you are. First step, we've got to know who you are. Then we've got to understand who you want to be. What is your future identity? And finally, we've got to connect the dots through incremental action steps. This I Am framework forms the foundation for all of my talks, irrespective of subject matter. I offer story-based inspirational talks. I offer practical insight for growing your career, irrespective of whether you work for a company or for a boss. And I offer clear strategies for sales teams and companies to grow their sales and their brands through powerful advocacy programs. I look forward to mapping your next talk.